Now, there is something that must happen before you quit drinking alcohol. This isn't something that should or could happen. It absolutely must happen, or I will promise you one thing. It'll never work. You'll never succeed on this journey. And I don't want to sound negative. I don't want to be that guy that's discouraging you in any way. The goal of this video is not to discourage you. It's to encourage you, but it's to help you also get real with yourself. Because if you're anything like me, listen, I don't even want to say it, but when I was drinking alcohol, I was a liar, not to other people, right? Not to my family. Sure, I'd avoid them, try to not speak to them, but I lied all the time to the most important person, to me. I lied to myself. I said, it's fine. It's okay. It's not a problem. But listen, today we get real with ourselves. Today we stop lying and we break things down from first principles, and we're going to look at the situation today. And I promise you one thing, this video will change the game. I can't wait to share it with you. Now, just before we get into the actual video, if you want to get access to a free video training that shows you a completely different method to getting in control of your drinking, please click the link in the description. You'll put your name and email address in, and then a new video will start playing that shows you how to get immediate control of your drinking quickly. So please, after watching this video, go ahead and click the link in the description. And now let's get into it. So basically what happened is a new member joined the Sober Killer program recently. So he's a business owner. He's a couple of weeks into things now. He's not drank. Yeah, I think he's going to reach 2 weeks today. I spoke to him yesterday, and he's loving it. He's got momentum. He's like, the program's helping with this situation, that situation, and he's kicking butt. Now, one thing is that this individual is married and his wife still drinks, which is fine, right? We don't need to change the world. We need to change ourselves. So when people join the program and they've got a partner that drinks, I tell them it's not an issue. However, what often happens is once people get that mindset shift and they really see the lies that they've been buying into, it's like taking the red pill, right? It's like putting on glasses and all of a sudden you can actually see clearly. And what do you think happens? Well, people want to talk about it. They want to share it with their friends. They want to tell, family members. And he obviously wants to talk about it to his wife. And he just said that there was a bit of turbulence, right? He was having a little bit of an issue. She just wasn't so interested. He'd talk about what he's learned and she just kind of brushed it off. She's like, well, that's good for you. And what can happen is when we make this amazing change and we get on this path, of course we want to talk about it, right? Because it's an amazing thing. It's one of the best things that, we've ever experienced. We're seeing clearly. We've got energy, we're back in the gym. We've just had an amazing performance at work for a whole week. We're spending time with the kids. And all because we stopped taking a drug. Of course, we're going to want to talk about that. But the problem is that a lot of people out there aren't ready for that. They're not ready. And I just want you to think back to yourself. And this is what I told him. If you found my channel, if you invested in my program 10 years ago, maybe you weren't ready, right? Maybe you weren't ready for this information. Maybe you would have gone through the program and said, do you know what? Screw this. I don't need this. I think one of the reasons the success rate of the Sober Killer program is so high is because the way that people find out about it, they watch these YouTube videos. They're in a place where they're ready to start looking at things in a different way, just like this new client was as well. So what I explained to him is that, and this will all make sense in a second, but what I explained to him is that you need to set the example. You need to show her that life is better. You can't tell her, you need to show her. Lead through example. And when she's ready, she's going to ask you. Now, obviously, you can talk about it. It doesn't need to be a secret, but the most important thing is you stick with it and show her how to do it. But I said this video was about something that must happen before you stop drinking, right? Well, you need to be ready to receive this message. You need to be at a place where you're open-minded enough and you're willing to do something different. But the thing that you really need to do is you've got to stop lying. You've got to stop lying to yourself. You've got to stop this BS. And I'm going to call it BS. You've got to stop saying to yourself that it's all going to be okay, right? That you'll deal with this in a few days. You'll deal with this tomorrow. That, it's just not that big of a problem. Because guess what? What's the alternative? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for it to get into a big problem? When people tell me this, I see right through it, right? I've spoken to thousands of people now that have got a drinking problem. And a lot of the time, they're like, it's not that bad. I hold my job together. So what? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for it to get bad? Are you waiting for the DUI? Are you waiting for the wife to leave you? Are you waiting for the health scare? Are you waiting for the call from the doctor saying you've got cancer? Are you waiting for the fatty liver call? What the F are you waiting for? For real. So what must happen when you're trying to stop drinking alcohol? You've got to be ready for it. You've got to stop lying to yourself, telling yourself that it's all going to be okay. Now, I have told people this before, but my biggest fear is getting to my deathbed, 70, 80, 90, hopefully 100 years of age, and looking back, thinking, damn, I could have done so much more. I could have been somebody so much stronger, so much better. I could have provided so much more value in the world, but instead, I wasted my life drinking. That is my ultimate fear in life. When I realized that, I stopped lying to myself as well. But enough of that. If you click the video on the screen now, you can learn exactly how to stop drinking just like Bradley Cooper did.